Thank you for giving me the opportunity to share some thoughts with you today. We're here to embark on a journey together, one that explores not just the outer reaches of success and achievement, but the inner landscapes of our minds and hearts. It's about understanding that true fulfillment and happiness begin not with the applause of the crowd, but with the quiet confidence that comes from within. In our lives, there's a tendency to measure our worth by the yardstick of other people's opinions and approvals. We often find ourselves caught in the endless loop of seeking validation from the outside world, forgetting that the most profound approval comes from within us. It's a common trap, one that ensnares many of us at various points in our lives. But tonight, I want to talk to you about a different path. A path that leads to self-validation and the incredible power it holds. Self-validation is not always easy. It requires us to look inward, to ask ourselves what truly matters to us, and to stand firm in our convictions, even when the world seems indifferent or opposed. It's about learning to trust our own judgment and to value our own opinions, recognizing that our worth is inherent and not contingent on the fleeting opinions of others. Imagine for a moment a world where every decision you make is guided by your own compass, where the noise of the crowd doesn't drown out the voice inside you that knows who you are and what you stand for. This is the world of self-validation, where your confidence is built on a foundation of self-knowledge and self-respect. Now, you might wonder, how does one start on this path? It begins with a simple yet profound shift in perspective. Instead of looking outward for approval, we start by affirming our own value. We celebrate our successes, no matter how small, and we learn from our failures, knowing that each one is a step on the path to growth. We set our own standards of success, and we strive to live up to them, not because we seek the admiration of others, but because we demand the best of ourselves. This shift doesn't happen overnight. It's a process, a gradual building of self-awareness, and a deliberate turning away from the external metrics of success. But the rewards are immeasurable. When you validate yourself, you unlock a reservoir of confidence and strength that no external criticism can drain. You become immune to the fickleness of public opinion, grounded in the unshakable knowledge of your own worth. As we move forward tonight, let's keep this thought in mind. The most important approval is the one you give yourself. It's the spark that lights the fire of ambition, the anchor that keeps you steady in stormy seas, and the compass that guides you through the wilderness of life. Why it's not only unproductive, but also harmful to try to please everyone around us. The pitfalls of people-pleasing and how it can lead us away from our true selves and into a maze of conformity and dissatisfaction. But remember, as we navigate these challenges, the key to emerging on the other side is not just knowing who you are, but loving who you are every step of the way. We seamlessly transition from the cornerstone of self-validation to delve into the very essence of what it means to truly understand and embrace our self-worth. This understanding is not just a luxury, but a fundamental necessity in crafting a life of purpose, joy, and unparalleled success. Self-worth at its core is the recognition of one's own value as an individual, independent of external accomplishments, social status, or the approval of others. It's about knowing that you are valuable, capable, and deserving of love and respect simply because you exist. This intrinsic value is the bedrock upon which the skyscraper of your life must be built. Without a deep-seated sense of self-worth, we are like ships without anchors, tossed about by the waves of other people's opinions and external circumstances. The foundation of self-esteem is closely tied to this concept of self-worth. Imagine self-esteem as the confidence and satisfaction in oneself that grows from recognizing and appreciating your inherent value. It's the internal dialogue that encourages you, even when challenges arise, telling you that you have the strength and resilience to overcome them. Self-esteem is nurtured by achievements and successes, certainly, but it is first and foremost anchored in the unmovable understanding of your intrinsic worth. However, in our pursuit of self-esteem and validation, we often fall into a subtle yet powerful trap, seeking external validation. We look outside ourselves for signs that we are worthy, capable, or successful. This can manifest in an insatiable hunger for accolades, a dependency on social media likes for our self-esteem, or an obsession with meeting societal standards of success. The danger here is that when we tether our sense of worth to things outside ourselves, we become prisoners to the fickle and often unforgiving court of public opinion. We must break free from this cycle to truly embrace our self-worth. The power of believing in yourself cannot be overstated. When you believe in your own value, you unlock an inner strength that can propel you to new heights. It's like discovering a hidden wellspring of energy and confidence that fuels your journey towards your dreams. Believing in yourself means trusting your abilities, listening to your inner voice, and stepping forward with conviction, even when the path ahead seems uncertain. Let me share a personal anecdote that illuminates the transformative power of embracing self-worth. Early in my career, I faced a challenge that seemed insurmountable. Doubt crept in, whispering that perhaps I was out of my depth, that I didn't belong among the ranks of those I admired. But in that moment of doubt, I made a choice to believe in myself, to trust the value I brought to the table, and to step forward with confidence. The journey wasn't easy, but with each step my belief in myself strengthened, propelling me forward. This experience taught me an invaluable lesson. When you believe in yourself, when you truly understand your worth, there is no obstacle too great, no challenge too daunting. Carry with us the understanding that our self-worth is not a negotiable currency in the marketplace of life. It is a fixed value, inherent and unchanged. The journey towards recognizing and embracing our self-worth is both deeply personal and universally challenging. But remember, the key to unlocking your fullest potential, to living a life of purpose and joy, begins with a single step. The step of recognizing and embracing your own intrinsic value. The pitfalls of trying to please everyone around us, an endeavor as exhausting as it is futile. We'll see how redirecting our energies towards our own growth and self-approval can lead not just to greater personal happiness, but to a more authentic and fulfilling life. We find ourselves facing a common yet often addressed challenge, the relentless pursuit of pleasing others. This endeavor, as noble as it might seem on the surface, carries with it a myriad of pitfalls that can derail us from our path to genuine self-fulfillment and success. The first truth we must confront is the sheer impossibility of pleasing everyone. Our world is a tapestry of diverse opinions, tastes, and preferences. Trying to cater to all of them is like attempting to catch the wind, exhausting and ultimately futile. Each person you encounter brings their own set of expectations, influenced by their experiences, beliefs, and biases. The moment you find yourself adjusting your sails to catch one person's breeze, you'll find another's gust blowing in the opposite direction. This realization, while simple, is profoundly liberating. It frees us from the chains of trying to be everything to everyone and redirects our focus toward something far more important, being true to ourselves. The cost of people-pleasing is steep. It demands not just our time and energy, but often requires personal sacrifices that chip away at our very essence. In our quest to be liked and accepted by others, we might find ourselves saying yes when we want to say no, adopting opinions that aren't our own, and engaging in activities that don't align with our values. This constant self-negotiation can lead to a loss of identity, where the reflection in the mirror becomes a stranger, someone molded by external expectations rather than internal convictions. Let me share with you a moment from my own journey. There was a time when I found myself agreeing to commitments that didn't align with my goals or passions simply because I didn't want to disappoint others. It wasn't until I faced the reality of my exhaustion and dissatisfaction that I realized the true cost of my people-pleasing. It was a wake-up call, a realization that it was time to redirect my energy towards my own growth and self-improvement. This redirection is not a journey of selfishness, as some might fear, but rather a path of self-respect. It involves setting boundaries, honoring your values, and prioritizing your personal goals and aspirations. It's about making a conscious decision to invest in your own development, cultivating talents, and nurturing passions that bring you joy and fulfillment. This doesn't mean disregarding the feelings or needs of others, but rather understanding that you can't pour from an empty cup. By focusing on your own growth, you become more authentic, more energized, and ironically, more capable of contributing positively to the lives of those around you. Focusing on personal goals and self-improvement is the cornerstone of true success and happiness. It requires us to set clear objectives, to define what success means on our own terms, and to chart a course towards achieving it. This process is not without its challenges. It demands discipline, commitment, and the courage to face the inevitable obstacles along the way. But the rewards, increased confidence, a deeper sense of purpose, and the genuine satisfaction that comes from living a life true to oneself are immeasurable. The understanding that our worth is not determined by how many people we please, but by how authentically we live our lives according to our own values and aspirations. The journey ahead is one of building unshakable confidence, not in the approval of others, but in the strength and validity of our own convictions. We find ourselves at a crossroads where the path of confidence intersects with the route to success. Confidence, that inner belief in one's own abilities and worth, stands as a beacon, guiding us through the challenges and opportunities that life presents. It's the fuel that powers our aspirations, driving us to reach heights we once thought unattainable, both in our personal lives and professional endeavors. However, it's imperative to distinguish between confidence and arrogance, for they are as different as day and night. Confidence whispers, "I can do this," while arrogance shouts, "Only I can do this." True confidence is rooted in humility and self-awareness. It's about recognizing your strengths and acknowledging that there's always room for growth. Arrogance, on the other hand, blinds you with its glare, isolating you in a mirage of. It's the understanding of this difference that lays the groundwork for building unshakable confidence, the kind that is admired, not admonished. The construction of confidence is akin to the building of a bridge, requiring careful planning, the right materials, and a clear vision. One of the most effective strategies for cultivating this essential quality is through goal setting and achievement. Goals are the milestones of our personal odyssey, markers that remind us of how far we've come and how far we're yet to go. By setting clear, achievable objectives, we provide ourselves with a roadmap to success, one that is defined by our own standards and aspirations. Yet, it's not just the setting of goals that fosters confidence, but the achievement of them. Each goal reached is a testament to our capabilities, a proof of our potential. It's in the striving, the overcoming, and ultimately, the achieving that we find our confidence solidifies, transforming from a flickering flame into a roaring fire. This process isn't devoid of challenges, however. Indeed, it's through facing and overcoming these obstacles that our confidence is truly tested and strengthened. A crucial aspect of this journey is the embracing of failures as learning opportunities. Failure, often seen as a setback, is, in reality, one of the greatest teachers. It dismantles the fear of the unknown, breaking down the barriers that confine us to our comfort zones. When we learn to view failures not as roadblocks but as stepping stones, we cultivate a resilience that fuels our confidence. It's the understanding that failure is not the opposite of success, but a part of it that empowers us to press forward, undeterred by the setbacks we encounter. The impact of self-confidence on how others perceive us is profound. Confidence acts as a magnet, attracting opportunities, fostering respect, and inspiring trust. When we carry ourselves with confidence, we communicate to the world that we believe in our abilities and our worth. This, in turn, influences how others see and respond to us. People are naturally drawn to confident individuals, seeing in them a reflection of the qualities they aspire to possess. It's a virtuous cycle. Our confidence inspires confidence in others, creating a ripple effect that extends far beyond our immediate circle. Understanding that confidence is not a gift bestowed upon a select few, but a quality that can be cultivated by anyone willing to embark on the journey. It requires dedication, a willingness to step out of our comfort zones, and an unwavering belief in our own potential. In the sections to follow, we'll explore how nurturing authentic relationships and living with purpose and passion are not just outcomes of confidence, but are integral to its continued growth. As we navigate through the journey of life, enhancing our self-confidence and focusing on personal growth, we inevitably arrive at the heart of human experience, our relationships with others. The tapestry of our lives is woven from the threads of these interactions, each connection contributing to the richness and depth of our existence. It's in this intricate weave that the essence of authenticity becomes not just important, but paramount. Authenticity in relationships is the bedrock upon which genuine connections are built. It's the courage to be ourselves, to present our true selves to the world without the mask and pretenses that often accompany social interaction. This honesty not only liberates us, but also invites others to be equally genuine, creating a foundation for relationships that are rooted in trust, understanding, and mutual respect. In this pursuit of authenticity, we naturally gravitate towards like-minded individuals. These are the people who resonate with our values, share our interests, and understand our passions. They are the mirrors reflecting our own truths back to us, reminding us that in a world of diversity, there is harmony in similarity. This attraction is not by chance, but by design, a testament to the magnetic power of authenticity to draw together those of similar spirit. However, in the realm of relationships, it becomes evident that quality far outweighs quantity. In our digital age, where connections can be measured in friend counts and follower metrics, we must remind ourselves that the true value lies not in the number of people we know, but in the depth and meaningfulness of those connections. It's the late-night conversations, the shared laughter, and the mutual support during times of struggle that truly enrich our lives, not the superficial interactions that skim the surface of acquaintance. The pursuit of deep, meaningful relationships requires more than just a shared interest or common. It demands openness and vulnerability, the willingness to expose our fears and flaws and to accept those of others with empathy and kindness. This openness is not a weakness, but a strength, a bridge built on the understanding that we are all beautifully imperfect. Fostering authentic connections then becomes a journey of its own. It begins with a step towards vulnerability, a readiness to listen as much as to share. It's about finding common ground in shared values, celebrating the differences that make each relationship unique, and respecting those differences with the same fervor with which we uphold our similarities. Strategies for nurturing these connections are as varied as the relationships themselves, yet they all share common threads. A commitment to being present, both physically and emotionally, an eagerness to engage in meaningful conversation, and a mutual respect that acknowledges the inherent worth of each individual. It's about making time for those we care about, ensuring that our actions reflect our words, and that our relationships are a priority in our lives. Let us carry with us the understanding that our relationships are a reflection of our inner selves. The authenticity we seek in connections with others begins with the authenticity we cultivate within. By embracing our true selves, we invite others to do the same, creating a world where relationships are not just connections, but true reflections of the human spirit. The essence of living with purpose and passion. It's in the alignment of our actions with our deepest values and aspirations that we find the truest expression of ourselves. And it is here, in the pursuit of what sets our souls on fire, that we discover not only the path to personal fulfillment, but also the way to enrich our relationships with depth, meaning, and authenticity. Weaving through the fabric of nurturing authentic relationships, we find ourselves standing at the precipice of an even more profound exploration, the quest to live with purpose and passion. This journey is not just about finding what sets our souls ablaze, but also about aligning our actions with our deepest values, creating a life that is not only fulfilling but truly our own. Identifying our passion and purpose can often feel like searching for a beacon in the fog. Yet it's this very search that illuminates our path, guiding us toward a life of significance. Our passions are the things that make our hearts beat faster, the activities that we lose ourselves in, where time stands still. Our purpose, on the other hand, is the underlying intention that gives our lives direction and meaning. It's the why behind our actions, the force that drives us forward, even when the road gets tough. Aligning our actions with our personal values is not just a strategy for success. It's the foundation of a life well lived. Our values are like a compass, guiding us through the choices and challenges we face every day. When our actions reflect our values, every step we take is imbued with a sense of integrity and authenticity. This alignment is the key to not just achieving our goals, but finding joy and satisfaction in the journey itself. The pursuit of passion has a liberating effect that cannot be understated. It frees us from the constraints of societal expectations and the limitations we often place on ourselves. When we dare to follow our passions, we step into a world of possibilities where our potential feels limitless and our lives are driven by a sense of adventure and discovery. This liberation doesn't just change us. It has the power to inspire those around us, showing them that a life of passion is not just a dream, but a reality within reach. Throughout history, there are countless stories of individuals who have dared to pursue their passions, often in the face of overwhelming odds. The case studies and success story serve as beacons, reminding us that the pursuit of purpose and passion is not just possible, but profoundly transformative. Whether it's the artist who finds beauty in the mundane, the entrepreneur who builds a business from a simple idea, or the teacher who changes lives in the classroom, these stories share a common thread: the courage to follow one's heart and make a difference in the world. Yet this path is not without its challenges. Societal pressures and expectations can often weigh heavily on us, dictating a version of success that may not align with our own. Overcoming these pressures requires courage, the courage to stand firm in our convictions, to trust in the validity of our dreams, and to forge our own path, even when it leads us away from the well-trodden road. The courage to follow our own path is perhaps the most crucial element in living a life of purpose and passion. It's about listening to our inner voice, trusting in our abilities, and stepping boldly into the unknown. This courage doesn't mean that we won't face doubts or fears, but rather that we choose to move forward despite them. It's in this choice that we find our true strength, a strength that propels us toward a life that is not just successful by external measures, but deeply fulfilling by our own standards. Living with purpose and passion is not just a lofty ideal, but a practical guide for crafting a life that resonates with who we truly are. It's a journey that requires courage, conviction, and a steadfast commitment to our own growth and happiness. In the end, it's not just about achieving our goals, but about becoming the best version of ourselves along the way. It's important to reflect on the ground we've covered, the insights we've gathered, and the steps ahead. We embarked on a quest not just to seek success in the world's eyes, but to forge a path that resonates with our deepest selves. Through understanding self-worth, recognizing the pitfalls of people-pleasing, building unshakable confidence, nurturing authentic relationships, and living with purpose and passion, we've laid the foundation for a life that's not only successful but truly fulfilling. The essence of our discussion has been a celebration of individuality and the encouragement to embrace one's uniqueness. Each of us possesses a constellation of talents, dreams, and values that is utterly unique. It's this uniqueness that colors our world in vibrant hues, inspiring innovation, creativity, and connection. Remember, the qualities that make you different are the qualities that make you you. They are your greatest strengths, not liability. Now, as we stand at the threshold of tomorrow, I extend to you a call to action. Focus on self-improvement and authentic living. This isn't a journey that ends here. It's an ongoing process, commitment to continuous growth and genuine expression. It's about making choices that align with your values, pursuing your passions with tenacity, and building relationships that enrich your soul. It's about waking up each day with the intention to be a little better than you were the day before, not in comparison to anyone else, but against the benchmark of your potential. I want you to remember that the journey to self-acceptance and personal fulfillment is both deeply personal and universally challenging. It requires courage, resilience, and an unwavering belief in your work. There will be moments of doubt, setbacks that test your resolve, and voices that question your path. But it's in these moments that your character is forged. These challenges are not detours on your journey. They are the journey, each one an opportunity to grow, to learn, and to move closer to the person you aspire to be. The measure of our lives is not in the accolades we receive or the material wealth we accumulate, but in the depth of our relationships, the pursuit of our passions, and the impact we have on the world around us. It's in the moments when we've been true to ourselves, offered kindness without expectation, and pursued our dreams with relentless optimism. This is the essence of a life well lived. So as we part ways, take with you not just the lessons shared, but the spirit in which they were offered. Let them be a beacon, guiding you through the challenges and triumphs that lie ahead. Remember, you possess within you all the courage, strength, and wisdom you need to create the life you dream of. The journey ahead is yours to shape, guided by your values, fueled by your passions, and enriched by the authentic connections you forge along the way. Thank you for sharing this time with me. Here's to your journey, to your growth, and to the extraordinary life that awaits you. Remember, the best is yet to come.